Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most intense and controversial news stories coming out of the US, the Los Angeles protests and the political storm surrounding them. US President Donald Trump on Tuesday, local time, described the protesters in Los Angeles as animals and a foreign enemy during a speech at Fort Bragg, where he witnessed a missile strike simulation, a helicopter assault, and a building raid staged by the US Army. His remarks came amid escalating unrest in Los Angeles following immigration raids, prompting the deployment of an additional 2,000 California National Guard troops. The show of military might at Fort Bragg was part of the lead-up to celebrations for the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary on June 14, which also happens to be Trump's birthday. California Governor Newsom warns of wider unrest. California Governor Gavin Newsom accused Trump of misusing federal authority and warned other states to brace for similar protests. He is pulling a military dragnet across Los Angeles, Newsom said in a public address, accusing the federal government of targeting not just criminals but dishwashers, gardeners, day laborers and seamstresses. On June 10, the state of California filed a plea in federal court seeking to block what it termed Trump's illegal deployment of National Guard troops and Marines in Los Angeles. The court filing alleged that the president had exceeded his legal powers by sending federal forces without adequate justification. Mayor Bass enforces curfew amid growing violence. In response to the intensifying protests, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass on Tuesday declared a local emergency and announced a curfew for parts of downtown LA. The curfew will be in effect from 8 p.m. Tuesday to 6 a.m. Wednesday, covering a 1 square mile area. More than 380 arrests have been made since protests erupted on June 6 after U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, carried out surprise raids on multiple businesses in the city. Tensions escalated further on June 8, with incidents of vandalism and clashes between protesters and police. Trump doubles down on federal response. The Trump administration has defended its decision to deploy 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 U.S. Marines, arguing that their presence is essential to support immigration agents and restore order. Trump reiterated his hardline stance on immigration during his Fort Bragg speech and on Truth Social, calling the demonstrations migrant riots and warning of further federal action. Protests spread across U.S. cities. According to the Associated Press, the anti-deportation protests have now expanded beyond Los Angeles. Demonstrations have been reported in cities including Seattle, Austin, Chicago, and Washington, D.C. Protesters have blocked roads, held vigils outside government buildings, and clashed with police in some locations. While many of the protests have remained peaceful, law enforcement has made multiple arrests and used chemical agents to disperse crowds in cities where tensions boiled over. Protesters in Chicago gathered outside the immigration court downtown on Tuesday and called for an end to the Trump administration's immigration raids and military presence in California. While the protest was relatively peaceful, by Tuesday evening, as many as 1,000 protesters had joined. The engagement with the police officials was limited. The current wave of protests began on June 6, when ICE agents executed search warrants across several Los Angeles businesses. According to the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, 118 undocumented immigrants were arrested, including individuals with alleged ties to criminal organizations. DHS has stated that the raids were lawful and necessary for public safety. The protests have since grown into a broader critique of Trump's immigration policies, with civil rights groups, local leaders, and immigrant communities condemning what they see as indiscriminate targeting and excessive force. As the situation remains volatile, legal and political challenges to the federal response continue to mount. So, what's really happening in Los Angeles? Is this about law and order, or is democracy under threat? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns of stories that matter.